And, Coach, we come at you from coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their toe as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will lose yardage here. Back at the 23-yard line.
Let it drop something else, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want
that. Leopard. Mayfield now on second down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. That's taken on the 25. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Wide.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing. Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there, and they've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Back to the ground, Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you don't want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Let's go.
They get it to him running left. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Forbath, the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Forbath out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 2nd down, Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Kendricks in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Trying something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Third and long for Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 75 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. Turnable, it's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Cousins looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Vikings. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Cousins to throw it. And he finds Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down, Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Yellow.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Matt Day's on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Mayfield down. Flushed out right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A first down throw from Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The veteran Terrence Newman on the coverage. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mayfield again, looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Let's go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coach. Report. Coach? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Cousins now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. There it is. The defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's Johnson, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run it again with Hyde. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Cousins now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Here we go. Bring the energy. Hey, receiver. Yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
To throw, Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 11. Now Cousins. Over the middle here. Little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Again, this is Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Throwing his Cousins, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
The first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Wide.
He's back to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 46 yards. And if the Vikings can take care of business on the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Forbath out to kick this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice
don't
it
they?
all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Leopard!
Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. And he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Gone.
Now Mayfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Leopard! Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Shedding through the defense. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Lucky 50. Let's go.
Handoff comes to Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Let's go.
They run it again with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one 28 yards on the ground. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.